And it's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for tuning in. It's a beautiful day in Atlanta. Probably about 90 degrees out here. Or it's going to soon be that. I should have walked a lot earlier this morning. But here we are with my new really cool selfie stick that has power on the selfie stick that runs to my phone. I shoot on a Samsung S7 Edge. I'm gonna get a GoPro, but these things are really cool. And then I use this as my microphone so that you don't get an echo. I sound pretty clear. So I appreciate it that you guys tune me in, go for my walks with me. Motorcycle riding season is coming. We're getting ready to have a blast this summer. And I hope that everybody's safe. I hope that everybody takes care of themselves, gets the maintenance done on the motorcycle, bearings replaced, front fork seals, that stuff. Before you get out there and do your long distance riding this summer, safety first. Listen, my channel, Black Dragon National President, please like my channel if you like the videos. If you don't like the videos, like the channel. And share the videos and like the videos and let folks know about me. So we're going to talk today about something that I've been thinking about for a while. And I see this a lot in motorcycle clubs. A lot of guys call me. And I see this a lot in different motorcycle clubs. It's the coup d'etat. You don't like the president. You don't like what's going on. And so there is some power grab that stems from this dislike. And the power grab is interesting because what it really winds up doing is destroying the whole damn motorcycle club. You lose so many people. And most often, I have found the case to be that those folks who talk the most crap, spread the most lies and deceit on them telephones, and gets those people that get all the hoopla going, they're usually the least qualified people to run anything in the MC. They talk the most noise, but have the less time on two wheels. They talk the most noise, but have accomplished the fewest numbers of things in the name of the MC. You got a president who went out and started 25 chapters. And the guy talking the most noise about him hasn't even started one. You got to wonder about that when these guys bring this to you. Look at their qualifications. You're really talking real bad about this president and how lame he is, how old he is. He doesn't know this, he doesn't know that. He's not cool. He's old-fashioned. This isn't 1972. We don't have to run things like that anymore. All this yah-yah from a guy who doesn't even have 1,000 miles on his motorcycle. But oh my goodness, these guys are charismatic. They're beautiful. They dress well, smell good, have all the proper words. They are the greatest critiquers. They're professional critiquers. This could have been done like that. That could have been done like this. This I could have been dotted. that T could have been crossed. These guys, the enumerators, they have enumeration to speak about everything. But what have they done? Where's their work ethic? What have they produced? What have they published? How many clubs have they brought in? How many members? How many programs have they put together for the MC? How many rides have they amassed under their belts? What have they done? But yet you listen and you give credence and thought to non-doers. And you wonder why, after you elect those guys, your MC falls to shit. Oh, forgive my language. I'm not supposed to be cursing. And where does it come from? Well, I'll tell you some things. Presidents should know this. Leading a motorcycle club is not about leading a popularity contest. For all of you guys who sit out there and you think, everybody likes me. Yeah, until you get the leadership mantle. Then they're going to hate you as much as they hate me. Why? Why is that? Because people hate to follow orders. They dislike being told what to do. And they're always going to dislike the person that brings the order. The bearer of the truth. The standard bearer of the MC. That guy, the one who has to enforce the rules, has to enforce and interpret the bylaws, has to make sure that everybody gets to the appointed place and time, at the appointed place and time. That guy's going to always be mother hen nagging and pissing everybody off. So, it's easy to dislike that guy. Most of the time, he's the only one getting any darn thing done. Most of the time, he's the only one responsible for making sure the darn thing happens. So, it's easy to critique that guy. When the Outlaw Motorcycle Club calls and they're pissed off, they're not calling the critiquer. They're calling that guy. That guy everybody's talking about. Somebody gets killed on a motorcycle racing, news isn't calling that critiquer. In fact, they're stabbing him in the back. The news is calling that guy. He's got to get up and make a statement, intelligible and intelligent and charismatic enough to make them people stop calling you a gang and stop turning citizens against you. He's got to be the one. It's his job that's on the line. His name is written down as president. He's the guy who can catch the lawsuit. But you guys never think about that when all you can do is think about all this gobbledygook that somebody else has to say. Now, I always look at the presidents, the guys running for office, all that crap they talk. I'm gonna make America great again. Yes, we can. Oh my, we just go all the way back. All these guys, every one of them, I'm gonna have the most transparent regime of them all. When they get in that job, reality. Tears that ass up. What do you mean? We can't call China a group of dirtbags. No, we kind of need them to hold Korea at bay. Oh, you don't know the job till you get it. That's why you find few of those guys talk about the guy that relieved them. They just go off quietly into the sunset. Because they know what that guy is really up against. And let me tell you something, baby. It ain't easy. It might look easy. That's because your president is good at what he does. Is good at what he does. He makes it look easy. You don't know how much sleep he loses. You don't know the battles he goes through. You don't know the pain. You don't know the women he's lost, the jobs he may have lost. Running these things comes with a high degree of personal losses. Family, friends, jobs, women, they will never understand your dedication to a bunch of guys who really might not deserve such dedication at all times. Why do you still love these cats that talk behind your back and try to destroy your goodness? I don't know. I just do. I just love them. They're my brothers. They're all I got. Well, man, I've had women tell me, if you take another call from those guys while you're around me, we're done. They're not your friends. No, they're not. They're my brothers. And Cain slew Abel, so brothers aren't always good to you, but they're still your family. And you still owe them a modicum of success. You still have to do the great things by them that you promised you would do. And it's just that simple. But imagine this. When you have a brother down talking your president and talking about the coup, we can get rid of that guy. All we got to do is look at him. Ask him, what have you done? I know that guy is a jerk, but what have you done for us? That guy opened up 22 chapters. How many have you opened up? Come talk to me after you open up some chapters. Then maybe we can talk. What about some work ethic? What about putting in as much effort to make it better as you do to tear it down? What about finding a place where you can fit in to bring an addition to the MC so that you can run for office next time and do it the right way and keep the club intact? Boy, you know, when I was in the Navy, we used to have these guys that would be in charge of us. The LPO, division officer. And every now and then you would get a real jerk. But the cool thing about it was, you only had to deal with that guy like 3 years, 4, 5 at the max. And he was gone. Transferred to another command. Motorcycle club is much like that. You don't have to evict somebody in the middle of their term on some old made up, trumped up bull stuff. You can just outperform them. Build your coalition. Run for office. Follow the bylaws. Just imagine if the United States operated like you guys do. We had Gore and the Hanging Chads. But at some point, Gore said, the Republic is far more important than I am. And he dropped his Supreme Court action. He wanted to preserve for us the integrity of our republic. Now, you might not like the guy, but he did at least do that. And we see examples of that throughout our history in the United States of great leaders, or some not so great, who have fallen on their swords for the betterment of the country, of the state, of the republic. You should feel the same way about your motorcycle club. Like John Hancock, Paul Revere, and George Washington, and those guys felt about the United States. Give me liberty or give me death? Yes. But first we must preserve the republic. For you, the republic is the MC. If you care about it, you preserve it. You don't tear it down at all personal cost to get all personal gain. That's not love. That's greed. That's selfishness. That's narcissism, entitlement. Listen, you're not entitled to run the MC just because you don't like the way it's being run. Get the F out of here with that BS. Can I say that? You didn't come to the MC we didn't bring you in here. It's your way or the highway. It's your way or you quit. It's your way or you take as many people with you as you possibly can. Try this. When you leave the MC, tell everyone who wants to leave with you, I'll leave with you. We can start our own MC, but you got to make me a deal. When I leave, you won't leave for 6 months. Wow. When I leave, you won't leave for 6 months. We can all go together. But I will not be the one who destroys a good chapter with my BS. I'm leaving. I can't take these guys anymore, but you didn't join because of me, or you shouldn't have. So I can't understand you leaving for me. So leave, yes, 6 months from now. All 22 of you that are going to leave with me, leave in 6 months. And we can meet up and do our thing. I guarantee you. Most of those guys won't be leaving in 6 months. Because most of the stuff that causes us to fight, we have forgotten 6 months later. We don't even know what the heck we were fighting for or about, or why we were fighting against one another. We don't even remember. Such is human nature. So think about working your way through that aggression, through work ethic. Before I destroy this MC, what can I bring to it? How can I make my presence mean something? Where guys call me up and say, man, I wish you never left. Please come back. We see the light. A lot of times people see the light after the light's been extinguished. Human nature. A lot of times people say, hey man, those grievances we had are buried now. Come on back and let's do this a different way. That's the kind of stuff that can happen. You know, it was through discourse and brotherhood that we all came together. So why are we leaving one another through BS, hatred, selfishness? Try some work ethic instead of the coup. When somebody comes up to you with the coup in mind, all they're going to do is destroy some part of the MC. You know, it's like having a heart attack. You're still alive, but a part of your heart is dead, which means you never really function quite the same. You might still run the marathon, but you're working harder now because your heart is not full. It's less efficient. You might want to think about that as you think about the coup. How do we get this guy out of office illegally? How do we move this guy? How do we trump up some charges? How do we get petty on him? We don't have to trump up any charges. Let's just get petty. Oh, you missed last run. We didn't say anything to you about it then, but now it matters. Man, get the F out of here with that BS. Don't be petty. Everything you do to somebody else, it's okay when it's your turn. This whole nuclear option in Congress. Boy, I bet them Democrats wish they hadn't done that. Now you got a Supreme Court justice brought in by the nuclear option that you came up with. Boy, it sucks. Is easy. It's hard. Work ethic requires fighting against